What is up, Epic Army? This is Blister coming at you guys with another Over a Beer. Today we kind of want to talk about Blizzard and kind of on the same path that we had last week where we were talking about the downfall with, or the fallout I should say, with the Diablo Immortal game, and we also wanted to just talk about in general what's going on with WoW, retail and classic, and if retail WoW is in a bad spot and it could possibly crumble, or if classic WoW could actually save it and bring players back to retail. So to start off with, I kind of put the question already out there, but with Blizzard kind of putting this focus on mobile development, I know that they're still going to be putting a lot of emphasis on their PC games too, but do you guys feel like that's going to hurt the company as a whole and possibly run the risk of destroying Blizzard, not let alone WoW?
But let's be fair here. This is not just Blizzard. This is Activision, who is firmly pushing themselves into the mobile market, it seems, and also trying to really overly monetize things like the recent drops on Call of Duty 4 with a completely and utterly shitty cash shop that wasn't there at launch.
So I don't think that at this stage it has the ability to kill Activision Blizzard or even hurt their community. It's just going to rake in more money at this stage for them, which is going to be good in the long run, so long as they don't go too far in that direction. They have to do just enough to make more money, but also not kill their communities, right? Because if their players stop buying their games in general, then that's really not going to be good for them overall. So they have to find a fine line. I think they're still trying to find it. I still hold out some hope for them, but it's definitely a step in the wrong direction as far as the core gaming community is concerned.
I mean, I know that with the whole debacle of Diablo Immortal, there was a lot of people just in the comment section of that YouTube video saying, yeah, I'm pretty much done with Blizzard, never going to play their games again. With all those comments, it's been a wonderful 20 years. I mean, I'm sure you guys saw those comments too, and I wasn't the only one seeing that.
I think that is just like immediate reaction though. I mean, how many times have we uninstalled games that we later reinstalled?
Hey, I still have not launched Overwatch, okay? I uninstalled it, and I have not played it since. I have my stupid morals, okay? Speaking of stupid morals though, last time I quit not even classic. Last time I quit retail WoW was because of the whole issue with the classic servers, and since then they've gone back and obviously they've announced that they're going to do classic servers, and that's when I started playing again. It's not unknown that Battle for Azeroth is not doing very well right now, and it seems like a lot of people who have never played classic before that did play the demo were really happy with it. At least that's what I've seen on the subreddit, and I'm wondering if what you guys think about this. Do you think it could have the potential for classic WoW to become more popular than retail, or if like classic WoW itself could save retail WoW, which in turn could help the company as a whole because of the whole mobile issue?
I think it has potential to be that popular. I don't know if it's ever be more popular, but it also has the potential of helping them grow retail WoW, especially if they stick to only you pay for a retail sub and you get to play classic. That way people can like, oh, why not try out retail while I'm here? But I think that it's going to have a huge amount of players to start with. I just don't know if it's going to stick around for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously going to have that big boom when they first start, but I'm not expecting it to last too long. I know that the classic RuneScape servers are still up, aren't they? I say classic, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So I think I think the servers themselves will be up for quite a while, but I don't see it surpassing retail, but I do foresee it causing retail to get a big surge in actual players. I know that if they went back and looked at the sub numbers, they'd say, oh, well, yeah, of course it went up because you have to have a sub to retail to be able to play classic, but in terms of actual amount of people in the world, I think it's going to see a healthy jump once classic comes out because of just how they did the system.
I would bet you in like the first month that the classic player base out is higher than the retail player base, but After a month, I don't know. There's definitely enough content there to last. I just don't know if it'll last. It's gonna only time will tell. But I think they'll make the money on their investment easily.
So the sub numbers are really interesting to me. If Classic WoW can get over what the standard WoW is doing, you start to kind of question, like, does Blizzard take Classic WoW in a different direction than they did their standard WoW? Because obviously people really want Classic, and that has to be because standard WoW is not doing it for them, right? So do they take WoW in another direction from Classic onward? I mean, if there's enough players there and there's like millions and millions of dollars coming in for Blizzard, why wouldn't they do that? That's really what I'm looking at when I see Classic.
So I think it's an interesting point that you bring up, like actually bringing Classic in a different direction, because that was something that I've been thinking about for a while, and especially after I did the stuff that was cut from the original game that never made it in. And I'm think what I would personally like to see is, yeah, sure, they'll do all their progression and stuff, but I would not be opposed to them like actually adding stuff that was meant to be in the base game that they never got around to adding. I think that would be an interesting way for them to continue to add more content and new content to Classic without leaving the persona that is Classic WoW with the change of all the systems compared to retail to Classic.
Radha brings up a good point. Like, what's the future of it? Like 2 years out or whatever, because yeah, they can start releasing content as it came out, like a progression server, but at some point, now you're just playing retail WoW again.
Well, I mean, that's all dependent on how they actually do it, right? Because let's say that they don't follow the same story, or they go follow different stories that were happening at the same time, and they don't actually break the canon. Like, they could do something like that, and they could leave it all in the base game, like just have it no more level progression. You're not going to 70. There's just this new zone to go and explore, and everything else is still viable content, because that was one of the great things about Classic, was everything was viable. So I mean, you could go to Onyxia's Lair and it would be just as important to do that as it would be to go into this new zone that they just released.
So to wrap back to your original question of will Classic WoW save WoW, I don't think so. I think Classic WoW is going to be separate from WoW retail.
No, I think that Nova has it right on. It's not going to save standard WoW. I mean, it is so different of a game that we're talking about them taking it in a different direction than they did retail WoW. So if it's that different, why would the same player base play on one versus the other? They're playing it because it's basically a different game to them, right? So no, I don't think it's going to save it.
So if it doesn't actually save it, and we feel like it's going to be popular enough for Blizzard to want to explore the option of taking that game and going in a different direction with it, do you think it could be, quote unquote, the WoW killer?
the fabled WoW killer that we've been waiting for years and years, right?
I know, like, I was thinking about this the other day, like, what is it going to take to kill off World of Warcraft retail, finally? And then it dawned on me, I'm like, hold on a second, what if Classic actually does it? The only thing that can kill WoW is WoW itself.
I wonder if somebody at Blizzard already figured this out, and that's why they fought so hard not to do this, but they just had to cave at this point just because of the community.
I wouldn't be surprised if it came to the point where instead of Blizzard taking Classic in a different direction, they kind of say, all right, guys, we're done with retail WoW. We're just going to maintain it, and we're going to maintain Classic WoW, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to go create a new WoW MMO from the ground up and use Classic as our base for it instead of retail.
Wow. Blowing my mind. Stop it.
Dude, how awesome would that be, though?
Pretty cool.
In all honesty, I don't even see Classic WoW doing it. I think they're both going to slowly fade away.
They're too old. They're fucking old games, guys.
My
Like it's hard
The
to keep
reason
all
I
of
say this is because a lot of these systems that we hate as fans of WoW or fans of MMOs, all these sit in your garrison and queue for dungeons, crap like that. All those systems we hate are there because people weren't playing MMOs because they were quote unquote too much work or whatever. And you look at Destiny 2 launch was all about making it casual friendly, and yes, they changed to for the better to make it less casual friendly, but I think the big money is making it very casual friendly and just monetizing everything.
So that doesn't mean that there isn't an audience for non-casual games or hardcore games. I mean, clearly there is enough demand for the hardcore player that one of the actually, I guess, the largest game company in the world, Activision and Activision Blizzard, is taking one of their games and relaunching it with the hardcore mode, which is classic WoW. So clearly there's a market for it.
Well, we think that, but we don't have the proof yet.
Yeah, that's true. We have to see the numbers, and if the numbers pan out, though, I think that there's a lot of interesting conversations to be had.
Yeah, that's why I brought up the idea of classic WoW potentially being the WoW killer and having the potential to actually have retail stop, and then them just, creating a whole new game entirely from the ground up. No expansion bullcrap, just new game from the floor up. Alright guys, well that wraps up our conversation on this topic. We want to know what you guys think about this. Do you guys think that classic WoW will save retail? Do you think it's going to be the WoW killer? Do you think we could expect to see a new MMO because of classic WoW? Let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. As always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Later everyone.
Get good, scrubs.
Hey, it's Ratted here. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe as well. It really helps out the channel. We put out multiple new videos each week and we appreciate all of your support. Thanks for watching everyone, and cheers.